Welcome back to to another one, to another one, to another one, to another After Pill live stream. What's going on with y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning. As you can see, it is a beautiful, sunny, hot day here in Texas, man. Make sure y'all come on in and hit that like button. Today's gonna be a nice discussion, nice fun discussion, nice truthful and fun discussion. Truthful and fun discussion. So make sure you come on in and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here, right? Corey, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, I'm feeling good this morning. Got my stretch in. I didn't work out this morning, right? But we're gonna get back to it. We're gonna get back to it tomorrow morning. Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, almost hump day, almost in the middle of the week. Come on in, come on in, come on in. How's y'all's week going? How was y'all's Labor Day? How was y'all's Labor Day, Ninja? Did you go and do some labor? Did y'all go and do some labor yesterday, Ninja? I know I did, right? I know I did. I went on in yesterday and got that time and a half. See y'all ninjas, for you ninjas who listen, I can't help y'all. You ninjas who want it now, if you had no choice but to be off work, shouts out to you. Right? Hope you enjoyed your Labor Day. Hope you enjoyed your day off. Right? But for those of you who could have went into work and you didn't, knowing that you should have, Ninja, I ain't got nothing to say to you. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Because y'all gonna keep holding off. Y'all gonna keep holding off until it's too late. Y'all gonna keep holding off until it's too late, but it is what it is. But we're gonna go ahead and start this off. We're gonna go ahead and start this off with the creed of the outlier. So we can go ahead and get started with today's topic, man. Listen, I'm gonna say what I got to say. Because this is also what I've been noticing as well. So y'all seen the title. Y'all know what we're about to talk about. So creed of the outlier. More what's going on. Bowser, what's going on? I appreciate it. Creed of the outlier. I walk alone because I was never meant to follow. I was born to build what others were too weak to imagine. They rejected me for my strength, envied me for my presence, and feared the truth in my voice. So they gossiped, they mocked, tried to shrink me, but I didn't bend and I didn't fold and I won't start now. I do not chase the approval of the herd, NPCs. I walk above it. I see through the mask and I speak with conviction forged in pain and clarity. Every betrayal carved focus into my soul. Every lonely night built the calluses I now wear with pride. Right? My mission is not optional. My legacy is non-negotiable. And my time is coming. I am built for this and I will win. Created an outlier. Bowser. Shouts out to Bowser. More said smash that like button. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. As y'all already seen from the title, man, hey, this is the truth. And part of this live stream is gonna be about upping the standards as well. Right? So first and foremost, let's start this off with upping the standards. Right? Men who are about their business, men who want to self-improve, men who want to get to the very top of life, men who want to be at the top of their game, whether we're talking about and body game, whether we're talking about relationship game, dealing with women, spiritual, emotional, psychologically, right? All of it, right? For those of you who want to be at the top of your game, right? It's time to up the standards. It's time to up the standards. And that also includes women. That includes women. Slippery hand. I appreciate it. Cheese. Right? Here's the thing. The majority of ugly women nowadays, especially, ugly women are for the peasant men, right? Niggas don't want to hear this because many dudes are dealing with mid to ugly women in the first place, right? The everyday got a bug right there. The everyday average Joe Smo, right? He is pleased with a mediocre woman. And I mean mediocre in all aspects. She's mediocre to ugly in looks. She's mediocre to ugly internally. She's mediocre to ugly physically, right? All of her physical attributes. Yeah, that kind of woman is for the everyday man. And here's another caveat to it too, right? When you up the standard, right? When you up the standard, when you're looking for specific things, right? When you're looking for specific things in a woman, out even just outside of beauty, right? Most women are not going to qualify, right? See, when y'all seeing all the glitz and glamour and you're seeing this guy and that guy with this girl and that girl, first I want you to put into perspective, right? There is a lot of beautiful women in the world. Don't get me wrong. There is plenty of beautiful women to go around. However, there isn't that many beautiful women around, right? The majority of women, like I've said before, the majority of women in today's time are losers, right? In 2025, the majority of women are losers, right? Along with, along with the majority of men, right? So those men who want to rise to the occasion, those men who want to see the best out of themselves, right? You're going to have to up that standard. And what happens when you up that standard? And like I said, you start looking for certain attributes in women, even from the beauty metric, right? Internally, externally, whatever, just all around. When you start looking for those things that you hold yourself to those standards, the majority of women are going to fall off, right? The majority of women are going to fall off, right? 90% of women are going to fall off. Let me put these moderations on. Moy says, "Are you retarded?" You know most of them are, Moy. You know most of them are. But once you start upping the standards for yourself and for the people around you, people are going to disappear. People are going to disappear. Women are going to disappear, right? All the whole nine. What a lot of guys think is once they get themselves together, right? Once they start making more money, once they start getting their body game together, they think that they're just going to be able to deal with this woman, deal with that woman, deal with this woman, deal with that woman. No, that's not how it works. That's how you get jammed up like Shannon Sharp, right? That's how you lose your position like the CEO of that tech company, right? That's how you lose your positions, right? That's how you lose money, right? That's how you get jammed up. That's how you get in trouble, right? People hate who come and raise the bar. Yeah, they hate it. They hate it. But 2025 and beyond, we have to up the bar. We have to up the bar. We have to leave people behind. Right? I'm gonna continue to pass on the message, but we have to leave people behind in 2025 and beyond. We have to leave men behind. We have to leave women behind as well. Right? We have to leave everybody behind. Because it's time. We stay in a society where there's nothing but a bunch of losers around, including women. Many women have become losers too, right? They become losers along with men, right? Moy says, "I got a puppy." Shouts out to Moy with the puppy. Shouts out to Moy with the puppy. But women in general play games, right? Women in general play games. But this is what I've noticed, right? Over the past few years, this is what I've been paying attention to, right? Now we all have seen some mid shit, right? She has some nice assets. You may see something on her that you like, but you know she's still mid. She may even be ugly. Honestly, she may be ugly, but the body is T. She may be ugly, but she got the fatty, right? If you haven't noticed, right? If you haven't noticed, have you ever been cold approaching, right? And I've said this before as well, right? I broke this down on a whole video. If you've ever been cold approaching, right? And you call yourself the cold approach king, right? You're approaching and you're approaching and you're approaching. You're approaching chick after chick after chick after chick, right? You start with the baddest of the bad, right? You start with the baddest of the bad, right? Oh, she looking good. Oh yeah, she looking nice. Her body right, right? Her teeth look nice. Her skin looks soft. So you go and approach her. You go and approach the baddest thing that you see in the mall or out and about, right? Then she rejects you. Boom, right? Nope, I got a boyfriend. Nope. No, I'm just not interested. No, I'm just here shopping. Blase, blase, blah, right? All right, so you go on to the next one, right? Okay, she's still bad. She cute. So you just try your chances with her. Boom, right? She rejects you too. She's like, nah, I don't think so. Blase, blase, blah. You can have my Instagram. Boom. Okay. So by the second and third one, right? By the second and third cold approach, right? Your confidence, if you're gonna realize that your confidence is gonna be shot. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. Your confidence is gonna be shot by that second or third one. Then guess what you're gonna mentally, subconsciously, guess what you're gonna try to do? You're gonna shoot for the lowest common denominator. So now you're not even gonna be looking for the baddest of the bad. You're not gonna be looking for the prettiest, right? Now you're gonna be looking for the ugly chicks. Now you're gonna be looking for the ugly ducklings, right? Because you wanted the cold approach. Right now you start looking for the ugly ducklings, right? Because that's the easy target. And then maybe the ugly ducklings actually probably give you a little bit of attention. They'll play with you for a little bit. They'll play with you for a little bit because now they're getting attention from you, right? They're getting attention from you, and they'll give you the whole runaround. They'll give you the whole runaround, and right, give you the Instagram, and probably shoot you a text or something like that. And then you feeling all confident, you feeling like the man of the year, you dancing, right? Yeah, I finally got me one after spending 6 hours in the mall, right? So y'all texting for that first day, and then crickets, crickets, crickets. Right? You don't hear nothing back. You double texting, right? She may hit you up one time and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got caught up into this, that, and the third." Nah, ninja, she just playing, right? She just playing. And even though the top of the line rejected you, because truth be told, right? Women do just they're going about their business, they're going to the gym, they're shopping and all of that stuff. So they do have things to do. Maga Maniac, what's going on? Right? They do have things to do, right? So they're trying to focus on their shopping, they're trying to focus on the groceries. They're not really trying to focus on giving you their number. However, if you caught them in a different environment, it'll be a completely different story, right? But the mids and the uglies, they play the most games. They'll give you the whole runaround. They'll text you back and forth, right? Just to play games with you, just to get the attention from you, right? Moy says, if you are him, they will reject you as well, as most women are low vibrational. That's true as well. You know what, Moy? What I'm starting to understand myself is that the game is so multi-directional. It is so multi-directional because on one end, and this is what basically where I'm getting at with this topic, right? On one end, right, you can be him, and then you can get fine shit, right? As the young kids will call it, you can get fine shit, right? You can get some baddies, you can get some beautiful women, right? But then also, right, if you try to go below that bar, you'll have some ugly women, right, or mid-level women who will try to play games with you and act like you aren't him. But then on the flip side, you have beautiful women who, like you said, will be low vibrational, right, and try to play the man. So it's crazy. It's not even worth, to be honest, it's not even worth trying to figure out the game. Unfiltered Grime, what's going on? He done got in. It's not even worth playing the game because it's so multi-directional. It's you know it can go either way. Tuesday you him. Tuesday you him, and you getting everything. You catching the balls like Randy Moss. Pause. Right? You catching them all like Randy Moss. Boom, 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 boom. Then on Wednesday, there's a complete shift. On Wednesday, there's a complete shift, and everybody playing games, right? All the women low vibrational, right? They don't, they, it's all over the place, man. But more, you are right. You are right. If you are him, they will reject you as well as most women are low vibrational. Yep, absolutely. And there's no changing it. There's no flipping it. There's no flipping the switch, right? Because the fact of the matter is, they're there to drain you. They're there to drain you. Women nowadays, they have no natural energy source. They have no natural energy source, right? Because the energy sources that they're getting now is all false. It's all made up. It's all make believe, aka social media. They're getting all their attention. They're getting all their, what you call that, their whole livelihood, right? Everything that they believe in comes from social media. Handsome Barber says, bruh, woman, a wow. I have this chick right now that sends me naked pics, then she blocks me, then resend them again a month later. People are wacky. Yeah, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Money, my own natural energy field. What's that? Money, my own natural energy yield. Okay. But yeah, that happens too. They super goofy. They're super goofy. Especially when you're talking about younger. When you go younger, they're definitely the older women are goofy too. Don't get me wrong. But then when you start talking about under 30, yeah, they're gonna play all kinds of games. And then you have to deal with all kinds of personality disorders. And they're quick to call men narcissist. Oh, he was a narcissist. He was this. He was that. Meanwhile, they have real deal personality disorders that they're taking medications for and everything. Right? This one chick asked me if I care about Israel. I didn't know she was a small hat, and I said I don't care, and she blocked. Hey, that's funny because I was dealing with a Mexicana chick, right? And she asked me, how did I feel about the border situation? How did I feel about, you know, people getting deported and all of that stuff? I'm like, this is what you want to talk about? This is what you want to do? But I gave her my honest opinion. I was like, you know, I don't necessarily agree with hardworking people who've been here and, paying taxes and, working. However, I said that, people just can't be here illegally. That's breaking the law. And I broke it down to her, even though that's not something that I want to talk about, politics with women, because that can go left real quick, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't lie to women, so I lose many women. That's life when you're honest. Yeah. You lose, it's not even just women. You lose people. You lose people when you're honest, right? People are used to, and it's so crazy. I don't know how it got this bad. I don't even know how it ever got this bad. Because you grew up, people, yep, tell the truth, be honest, and all of this stuff. But then when you actually get to adulthood and you live truth, live through truth and speak what is true, right? Then people go against you, right? They go against you. People don't like people don't like to hear it at all, men nor women, right? I get to start speaking like this. This is why I don't speak. Like y'all probably think y'all probably think I talk a lot because of YouTube, but I really don't talk a lot, right? First and foremost, you got to pay me to talk, right? At this point, you got to pay me to talk. You got to pay me. You got to pay me to get my opinion on something. You got to pay me to get, some facts on some stuff. You got to pay me to give you advice, right? Now, if you just ask for it, then that's a different story, right? That's a different story. But nowadays, I don't ask. I don't ask. I mean, I don't talk like that because once you sit back in a cut and just see how people maneuver, right? You sit back and because I do believe it or not, I'm a mad genius, right? I'm a mad scientist, right? And I get so diabolical with it. I play all kinds of games, right? I'll tell, because you got to peep who's who, right? Especially when you're talking about places like the workforce and stuff like that, who you can trust, who be running back and tell, who's the teacher's pet, the manager's pet, right? So I'll let stuff slide just so I can see how long it'll circle back to me, right? Right? I'll sit back and tell somebody something just so I can wait and see how long does it take to get back to me, right? Because people can't hold water. People can't hold water. They be ready to talk, ready to spill some beans on somebody. So I conduct experiments, Ninja. That's how I do it. I conduct experiments just to see who act what kind of way, right? And you can't even take it to you can't take it to no offense. You got to pull your emotions out of it. You just got to see who's who, right? And me sitting back and evaluating people for so long, right? People are predictable, right? Women are predictable, men are predictable. Like NPCs are predictable, right? And this is why I get so much hate, right? I get so much, pushback because in hindsight, I'm not really predictable. I'm not predictable. People will pretend like they know me. No, they know what I gave them, and I purposely do this, right? And I'll encourage you to purposely do this too, but I encourage this to protect your essence, right? The only reason I do this is because I protect the true essence of me. I only reveal my true essence, when it best suits, the environment, right? But in total, no. I give people, see, you got to build multiple, you have to build multiple personalities. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy to some of y'all, but to win at this game, right? And now we venturing over to some high level conversations now. We venturing over to high level conversation, right? To win at this game, you have to build a complex personality with the IES. You have to build complex personalities, right? The ones who win this game are the ones who don't conform to just, right? You don't conform to what just is, right? You're like water, right? When you pour water on the window on a window, what does it just rolls off. When you pour window on the ground, what is it? It disperses out. Disperses out. Right? It disperses out. You have to become fluid in motion. Because the moment you become static, which most people are static. That's why they can't understand things like, the after pill. That's why they can't understand things on a more complex level, because most people live their life just on simple grounds, right? And this will also be a reason why you're just not going to connect, bro. When you get to a level, especially mentally and spiritually, you'll get to a level where, like, you only want to deal with the best of the best, right? You'll only want to deal with the best of the best. And when I say best of the best, I'm talking about people all around, not just women, right? I'm at this point now in my life where I see everything for what it is. Not saying that that I know everything, not saying that I can just, like, I'm all knowing, or no, I'm not. I'm human just like everybody else, right? But I do see things for what they are. And I'm at this point in my life where I don't even open my mouth, right? Unless I am around like-minded people. And my discernment is up here, right? So I'm at the point now where, as far as women go, I only want to deal with the best of the best, right? The best of the best. When it comes to men, I only want to deal with the best of the best. I only want to deal with the brightest. I only want to deal with men who are on that same caliber, men who are headed places, men who have an abundance mindset. I only want to deal with women who have an abundance mindset. I don't want to deal with poverty-minded people in general. I don't, right? There are solid women and men, just to let you know. I know that there are solid uh, women and men. Just like there's only 10% of people in the United States that make $100,000. Yeah, I know. There's people that make millions of dollars. There's millionaires too. Yeah, there's millionaires around. Yeah. How often are you going to run into them though? Yeah, we have billionaires too. Yeah, we have them too. Right? How often are you going to run into them? So yeah, you can make a blanket statement and say, yeah, there are solid women and men. Yeah, there's a virgin somewhere too. Yeah, let me know when you find her though. There's a virgin somewhere walking around, but let me know when you find that needle in the haystack. Bring her back to me. So I know that people are around, but when you talk about when you're in the pool, when you're in a dirty pool, right? When everybody is practically an NPC, when everybody's practically, they're so sucked in to the legacy media, being programmed by the legacy media and social media, when everything that people says, they're regurgitating something that they seen online, or what the media has said. Is just, it makes it extremely hard to find that kind of tribe. Extremely hard. So sure, there are solid people out there. Yeah. But overall, I'm at a level now, or on this trajectory, where I want the solid minds, I want the best minds, I want the best people, the most beautiful women, right? The women who have done the work in themselves. Now, of course, you're gonna have your time periods where, beauty is the only value that they can offer, right? Beauty is the only value that they can offer, which it is what it is. Beauty is a currency. Beauty is a currency, right? Being pretty is a currency. There's two things in this world. There's two things in this world that make it go round. Only two things, right? Only two things. That's money and punani. That's it. Money and punani. And the crazy part is, if you have money, guess what? You can get your hands on some power. And the flip side of that is, if you have a punani, you can also get your hands on some power too. You said beautiful women that don't dress provocatively. Yeah, sure, whatever your taste is, whatever your taste is. right? I'm not the dress code police. I'm not the dress code police, but yeah, sure, whatever your taste is. Beautiful women who don't dress provocatively. Yeah. I mean, you got beautiful women who dress provocatively. I mean, ninja. But I mean, I'm more on the elegant side, so I get what you're saying. So yeah, that'll be more appreciated for them to be clothed. More says, who else is having fun at the JUCO? Who's having fun at the JUCO, Ninja? Raise your hand if you're having fun at the JUCO. One of my nicest chicks is a chick with a piercing and tattoos, and she is Ukrainian. You know what? Some of the nicest, and this is where men are gonna fail to understand and realize, which I got to keep on preaching. I got to keep on saying the best the best that you're gonna get out of a woman in 2025 and beyond is if you are paying her. They don't want to believe me no more. They don't want to believe me. More classy than most Americans. Yep. The best that you're gonna get out of women, like that femininity that you ninjas be so craving, right? That softness that you ninjas be craving, right? That softness and you want her to rub your head, right? You want to rub your head to sleep, ninja, right? You want her to talk to y'all softly. Yes, daddy. Yes, papi chulo, right? You want her to talk to you like that. Guess what? Guess what, ninja? You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna be paying her. Ninjas be trying to this is why dudes just float to the ugly women, right? This is why dudes just try to get with the ugly women. The ugly women, they're usually they have no. I mean, it may sound messed up, but I mean, if you born ugly as a woman, you will have a hard time because beauty is current. Beauty is currency. Beauty is a value. It is valuable. It is just it's a physical. It's just like physical gold. It can get you into doors. It can buy you things. The whole nine. And this is why women. I mean, this is why men, right? They'll lower the standards to get with a mid-level woman or an ugly woman. Don't get me wrong, right? You can have a mid-level woman. I don't recommend getting with ugly women, to be honest with you. I don't recommend getting with ugly women, right? Mid-level woman, sure. If she has a goodness about herself, right? She's nice, feminine, all that stuff, right? Cool, whatever. But a lot of these dudes, they'll lower the standards just so they can lower. They'll lower their standards as far as women goes, just so they don't have to rise to a certain occasion, right? So you'll have many men. They'll choose certain women, right? And this is facts. You have many men who would choose certain women just so they don't have to do anything, right? You can call it low maintenance, call it cheap, or whatever you want to call it. Many men to get with those kind of chicks just so they don't have to do anything in life, right? They'll get with a chick. She only requires a trailer, ninja. That's all she wants. She's just happy to have a trailer, right? You have certain women. They just happy to dang on be in the bed with you, and then they'll say they got it for free. Research the goodness horror archetype. That's interesting. The goodness horror archetype. Women have and will always be transactional. Even Eve was transactional, and so was the Virgin Mary. Yeah, I mean, I have a whole theory based on this anyway that I need to chop down. Right. Funny thing is, women just going into sex work just because they know that's where the high value men are. Exactly. See, and then especially when you start talking about certain sites, right? When you start talking about certain sites, aka sugar baby type sites and stuff like that, right? Women are going over there, right? They're leaving a legacy. They're leaving the legacy dating apps alone, right? They just use Ninja. They just on Tinder and Bumble just to get attention. Ain't nobody getting married on Tinder and Bumble, Ninja. Guys are not getting matches. Women are on Tinder and Bumble and whatever else just so they can feed their ego. Just so they can feed their ego. Right? And for the like we always do, like it always is, the top 10% of men. That is it. That is it. Right? And I know some of y'all probably you keep on throwing around the top 10, top 20% because that's what it's gonna end up being anyway. Right? If you want to take it back to warrior days, Ninja, when you had to fight to the death, only the genetically superior top 10, top 20% won. Right? Or if you're talking about weapons capability, when weapons start to develop, only the superior in weapons won. So it don't matter what time period you're talking about. There's only going to be the top 10, top 20% of guys, just like on the dating apps. But the women are leaving the legacy dating. They're leaving the legacy dating apps and they're going over to, the other sites, which I'm not going to say over here. They're going to the other sites, sugar baby type sites, because the high value men are over there. The men with the money are over there, right? So they're going over there to potentially date, to potentially get in the door, to potentially get around that lifestyle, to potentially get around, certain men, right? And their friends, right? And put some of their friends on. Maybe he's inviting her on a boat. He's inviting her to the lake, right? And he has a big old boat, right? He has a big old boat. She can bring about 4 of her friends, and they're gonna have a party, right? He gonna bring about 2 of his friends, right? Or maybe just 1 of his friends, so it can be so they can even out the ratio, Ninja. 2 for me and 2 for you, Ninja. 2 for me and 2 for you, right? And especially in like certain places, and because I'm in a DFW, right? I'm in a DFW, so there's certain places in the DFW they have lakes. One particular place, Rockwall, Rockwall, Texas. It's a lake over there, and they're always out there, especially when it's hot, weekends, holidays, right? They're always out there on the boats, the jet skis, and all that stuff. And guess who's out there? See, you're gonna start to learn when you go into specific places. You're gonna start to learn. Just look at the women who are around, right? The same with the Miamis, the same with the LAs, the same with lake towns in the big city, things of that nature. Just look around. So Rockwall, that's here in Texas, right? They have some of the best and in shape women around. Oh, snap tap, I met a midget baddie. I told her I would put you 2 in contact. Heck no. No, we ain't gonna talk about that over here, boy. We ain't gonna talk about that over here. Nah, you ain't gotta introduce me. BK19 says can't do the dating apps. I'd rather approach in public to feel it out, right? Now, like I said, if you see, I'm against cold approaching because to me it's a waste of time. But if you're gonna do it, you better be him. You better be him, and you better be getting a strong signal. You better be getting a strong signal, right? But even still, even if she gives you a strong signal, right? It can be a false signal, right? She could have found you attractive, but she may be in a relationship. She may have found you attractive, but she just didn't have the cojones to tell you. Or she's just too nervous for you to even approach her anyway. So she may chicken out anyway. Or which I have heard myself, right? She just may like looking at you. Right? She just may like looking at you. I've heard women tell me, like, I just like looking at you. Like, you're a beautiful man. I just want to look at you. I don't want nothing from you. So cold approaching is a waste of time. You can get a variety of mixed signals. You can get like I said, she can find you attractive, but still she can just reject you. Then you have women with egos, right? You approach, and just because, like Moy said earlier, right? You good looking, you attractive, right? You good looking and you attractive, and she'll reject you just off of that, just because you good looking and attractive, just so she can say or feel in her mind that yeah, I I rejected this tall, attractive dude. Women to do that, and ugly women will do that too. They'll for sure do that. Mid women, yeah, they'll do it. They'll wholeheartedly do it. They'll play a game in a jiffy. Right. The thing about pretty women can mostly approachable. See, the thing about pretty women, beautiful women, most men are scared of them. Most men, believe it or not, they know their place. They know their place. They were like, they'll look at her and, yeah, I know she's expensive, or yeah, they'll say, yeah, she's out of my league, right? So they won't even approach. So when it comes to pretty and beautiful women, they actually appreciate it. They actually appreciate it, and they are actually taken aback when dudes approach them, right? Now, take that with a grain of salt, because, depending on who you are, so don't just start approaching eights and nines and you just think, yeah, Tap said, stop approaching these ugly fat chicks. I'm gonna start approaching these baddies, and you look like Slopaloposaurus ninja. Now that's not what I said. Now you can't be looking like Slopaloposaurus and then thinking that you about to approach, a beautiful woman. That ain't how it work, my guy. Girls be giggling, all smiles at me, right in front of their man. They playing the game. Yeah, for sure. Who was that? Pound for preps, for sure. For sure, they playing the game. Man, I've had some crazy stories. I got some crazy stories. But women will be very diabolical, especially if she's with soft nuts, right? If she's with a soft nut of a guy, oh yeah, they're all up for grabs. And I've seen it countless times where you can tell, like, she doesn't even respect the dude. Like, she'll look right in his face, or not even just look. It's not even just about the look, right? Because we're all human, right? Women are human. We're all human. So they're gonna look if they see a highly attractive guy. So that's not what it's really about. It's more so about the the interaction with the look, right? It's the fuck me eyes. It's the going about your way to give a signal. Looking is one thing, but to go about your way to give a signal and do your whole flirtatious eyes, let a man know that I want you now, that's a whole different story. You have women out here giving the fuck me eyes, or playing out flirting, right? Playing out giving choosing signals with their guy right there. And if you ask me, no, if a woman is with a guy that she respects and cherish, she shouldn't even be looking at any guy regardless. She should be letting men know that, yeah, I'm the property. This is my owner right here, ninja. Yep, I said it. This is the property of Tap, ninja. This is the property of Tap. She shouldn't be looking up, right? Looking no dudes in the eyes. Yeah, let's take it back. Let's take it to Sharia law, ninja. Let's take it to Sharia law, ninja. She shouldn't be looking into no eyes, ninja. She shouldn't be smiling and giggling. But maybe that's too extreme. Maybe that's too extreme. But yeah, don't be out here cold approaching. But if you do, you better get a strong signal. Like this, for me to cold approach, the signal got to be strong. Like, and then the signal is only, especially if you out and about, the signal is only for like 30 to 45 seconds if y'all passing by, right? If you passing by, right? If you walking through a mall, the signal is like 30 seconds. So y'all see each other, Boom, right? You got to evaluate how long she's looking at you. You got to evaluate how she's looking at you, right? Do you got something on your face, ninja, right? Or is it your shirt? Is it, right? Does she like what you have on, right? Is this really something that I can approach, right? Is she really giving me flirty eyes? Is she really giving me a signal, right? But then check this out. You can still cold approach, and guess what? Guess what? You can get the number, right? You can get the Instagram name and all that stuff. Where you live, oh, you live on that side of town, and you get the texting, no contact. So you can cold approach and get the number and everything, right? You thought you won. You went back home. Oh, I got this nice little thing, right? Oh God, she had a big old booby. She had some big old perky tatas, right? She had some big old perky tatas, right? But then come to find out, she ain't even texting back. Left you on red. Cold approach with strong signal is a warm approach. Yeah, essentially a warm approach. But a warm approach, it'll turn cold, like I just said. If she don't text back, she's not giving a signal, right? She just wanted that attention for that moment. Y'all got to realize women are moment based. Women are moment based, right? I've had some chicks who, in that moment, they wanted to smash in that moment. They wanted me, right? Wait weeks later, uh, they don't care about it no more. Weeks later, they own to something else. Like, they making excuses. Like, yeah, not this week, right? But in that moment, in that other moment, weeks before, she was like, yeah, I want you to now, right? Let's do something now. I'm ready today, right? Or let's go here, right? Let me come over. Or come on over. You be like, nah, I'm busy. I got caught up with work or something like that. Like, okay, maybe next time. Boom, next time come around, and she's like, yeah, well, not this go around. Yeah, women are moment based. Look at Dixon. Look at Dixon, Moy. Don't even block him. Don't block him, Moy. Don't block him. Let's read it. Don't block him, Moy. Don't block him. Don't block him. Let's read it real quick. Let me read this. Like he had to subscribe. He had to subscribe to say this. Let's read it out loud. Okay, here we go. You wanted some attention, Dixon. Bro, there's no way you're smashing anything. Crazy, man. This man crazy. You're cringe and weird with zero game. Ooh, dang. Delusions of a grandeur pimp. You're bottom of the barrel for a colored fella, right? Zero charisma goofball. Man, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up. These niggas be crazy. Let's read that one more time for laughs, ninja. Let's read that one more time for laughs. Bro, there's no way. First of all, this ninja ain't even got. It's funny because these ninjas come on here, no face card, no picture at all. Bro, there's no way. There's no absolute way you're smashing anything, right? You're cringe and weird with zero game. With zero game? We still running game? Boy, we still running game? We're still running, boy, are we still running game in 2025? You know he's stuck in 1975. You know he's still stuck, right? And based on your profile picture, Ninja, it sounds like you're projecting, right? You're weird with zero game, delusions of a grandeur pimp, right? We pimping? What are we talking about, Moy? Moy, we pimping? We pimping over here now, Moy? Huh, it's weird, right? I don't, have I ever mentioned pimping over here? Have I ever mentioned pimping over here? Weird. He must be one of these boomers or one of these racist incels. Yeah, you know how they are. You're bottom of the barrel. You're bottom of the barrel for a colored fella. Yeah, this ninja used colored. Yeah, ninja. He this ninja said color, ninja. He definitely he definitely a boomer, ninja. Great great grand, not even great great ninja. Great granddaddy had a slave ass ninja, right? You're bottom of the barrel for a color fella. Zero charisma goofball. Yeah, all right. Had to read that again for laughs, ninja. Had to read that again for laughs. Ninja, ninja, put up a picture, ninja. Put up a picture. Change your profile picture right now so we can see you. Change your profile picture right now so we can see you. He said zero. He said zero game, ninja. Who run a game in 2025, ninja? Who run a game in 2025? You still running game, right? You getting none. He says there's no way I'm smashing anything, bro. What in the world are you talking about? Bro, about to make a video about roasted trolls, bro. That's not even good trolling. Like that's just what are you even talking about, ninja? Ninja, look, I told y'all, men, men be so mad. Men be so mad. They be so upset. I can tell you, this ninja in the basement right now. This ninja is in a basement right now, jacking his little Peter whacker. Jacking his little Peter whacker. Right? Jacking his little Peter whacker talking about something. You don't even look like you smashing anything, bro. What? Ninja, ninja, what? Ninja, look at me, ninja. Look at me. Ninja, have you checked out my locals, ninja? Have you went and checked out the locals? Ninja talking about you don't look like you smashing anything, ninja. Bro, my worst day is something that you can only dream of, ninja. My worst day, my mid shit. All right, shut up. Why you talking? Right, my mid shit look like something out of your dreams, ninja. This ninja talking about I don't look like I'm smashing anything. I don't. Should I even give that energy? I shouldn't even give him energy. It's like ninja, like what? Ninja. This not even. It's just laughable at this point. Like I don't even have it. I don't even have it in me to even roast you right now because like everything that you said is a complete fairy tale, ninja. What? This ninja sound crazy. Monique, what does it mean? You're supposed to be super chatting, Monique. You're supposed to be super chatting. What does it mean if my boyfriend asks me if oh what if I what does it mean if my boyfriend asks me if I lowered my standards to be with him? Does that mean I'm not as attractive as his last girl? And he was making the comparison. JC checking in. You seen this ninja up here, JC? JC, did you see this ninja Dixon up here? You see this ninja Dixon? Read that ish. That ninja tripping. Ninja talking about something. You ain't got enough charisma. He talking about this ninja talking about Riz. He like, you ain't got enough Riz, ninja. For you bottom of the barrel for a colored fella. This ninja said colored fella. Like, what? He said colored fella. Like ninja, boy. That ninja said colored fella. Boy, what? Let me get back to Monique. Let's see what Monique down there talking about. What does it mean if my boyfriend asks me if I lowered my standards to be with him? Does that mean I'm not as attractive as his last girl and he was making a comparison? I don't know. Tap making a video about roasting trolls. Nah, he don't even need a video. He don't even need a video. Majin Blue said, should I choose a money-driven career or a career for passion? Ninja, you a grown-ass man. A career for passion? No. You a grown-ass man talking about career for passion? Well, I hope you're a grown man. No, you shouldn't choose no career for passion. Choose a career for money so you can fund your passion. Choose a career for money, then you can fund your passion. Why would you choose a career for passion? No, you do the opposite. Find out where the money is, get some money so you can end up doing your passion in the long run. Not on the flip side. People who choose a career studying finance, bro, but I wanted to be a musician. Well, time to go into finance. Time to go into finance. Time to become a finance bro. Right? Go into finance, make your money. Right? And then fund the musician lifestyle, whatever you're doing with that, fund the music with that. But there's no sense of coming out here and being a bum. Then just 2025. Economy messed up, right? And then just out here starving, right? Jobs drying up, right? Now you got to get to the money. Get to the money, and then you can play the whole musician later on. You said, what do I do? I'm in blue collar. So do my blue collar joint until I can pave my way out and do what I'm doing right now full time. Kel, shouts out to you. Right? Make money. Exactly. Money. That's all you need to worry about. Do I have degrees? No. So I went to college, spent 3 years there, wasted money, then I dropped out. So there you have it. But I ended up going to the military. So the military is my degree. You put that military on that application, put that military on your resume, open up all kinds of doors. And depending on what kind of degree, you have. You say hard life? No, ninja. Probably make more. I'll guarantee you probably make way more money than you. I'm talking about hard life, not in blue. I mean, blue collar is hard. If that's what you meant. If you're talking about money wise, fuck no. The hell you talking about? Then if you're talking about finance, you better be going on the tech side of finance. You better be going into fintech, ninja, and not just regular finance. All right, you already asked me more than one question. If you got another question, you can super chat. You already asked me one question. Maury, what was we even talking about, Maury? Maury, what were we even talking about before I got sidetracked? I forgot what I was even talking about. This Ninja Dixon came in, fake trolling, whatever he doing. Got me all sidetracked. But yeah, if you got a third question, F the military, no offense. I mean, you feel how you feel. I mean, why would you say F the military though? Why would you say F the military? What did the military do to you? I mean, I think you should have a problem with the commander in chief. If like you saying F the military, you should have a problem with the politicians. If you're saying F the military, that the military just pawns. Why would you say F the military? What's your vendetta with the military? I appreciate that, powerful preps. But anyway, we had got off topic anyway. We had got off topic. I lost my train of thought. I was on a roll, but now Ninja's just asking me questions. But check out Taps. Men should be panicking vid. Yep, men should be panicking. Check out that vid. And if you wanna know, I'll be dropping videos on the Patreon about the future of jobs and the future of careers and stuff like that. So hit that link pinned to the top of the chat. Join the Patreon. Join the movement. Join the brotherhood. Right, trying to build a pack of guys over there. So if you want to get down into deep knowledge, right, spiritual knowledge, character-driven knowledge, mental fortitude, right, that is needed to survive in 2025 and beyond, then go ahead and check out the Patreon. Tap into the Patreon, right? Tap into the Patreon. And I'm also start dropping money videos over there. We're going to be discussing cryptocurrency over there as well. The future of crypto, the digitalization of our world, of the modern day world. We're going to be talking about just a variety of different things over there, right? Real world assets, all of that, tokenization, all of that, right? So I'm gonna start dropping videos about that over there as well. They pawns, you nailed it. Why be a pawn? Well, technically, we're all pawns in the bigger scheme of things. But if you're saying why be a pawn, well, people actually want to do something with their lives. What you mean, right? Why be a bum, right? Why be a bum until you have enough resources, until you have enough leverage to create and pave your own way to be your own boss or what have you? You're going to be somebody pawn in the meantime. Right? I don't think going to the military is just being a pawn. Yeah, you're a soldier. Sure, yeah, you're a pawn. Right? You take orders. Just like when you go to work, ninja. Are you the boss? Do you own your own multi-million-dollar company or something? Do you own your own company? If not, then you're a pawn. You answer to orders. You follow orders. So you're saying why be a pawn? I mean, it's not just as simple as why be a pawn. It's people go to the military because they want discipline. They want to be a part of something. They don't want to be a bomb. They don't want to be on the streets. Right? They like the military. They like the structured life. You got people who come from, all kinds of walks of life. Maybe they felt like that's what they wanted in life. They wanted that structure. They wanted the military lifestyle. Right? Majibu, future of careers, my dude. Future of careers, my dude. You a blue collar worker. And what? Now I have a whole restricted mindset because I won't answer your question because you won't super chat. Talking about I'm a blue collar worker and I'm about to make six figures this year. What are you talking about? Dumbass. The fuck off my channel. Have no clue. Another faceless channel. The fuck out of here. Ninja have no clue what they talking about. Ninja over here. You over here at rage baited, man. No, get your kid ass. You a grown ass, bro. Talking about rage bait. We don't do that shit over here. Fuck off my channel. Talking about rage baited, man. You don't get that elementary school ass term away from here. Talking about rage baited. Fruit Loop ass ninja. Robin, bro, my father is in Florida police. Good for you. Where you from? I'm originally from Georgia. I'm out here in Texas. Ninjas talking about rage baited. Bro, get home somewhere. Ninjas, grown ass men want to come and play games. You sorry ass ninjas. Sorry ass ninjas. Golly, I despise men for sure. Like I really despise men. I help who I can help. But as for the rest of you ninjas, bro, I despise you ninjas. Weak, broke back mountain ass ninjas. I hate you ninjas. So weak and childlike. Don't take anything serious. Talking about rage baiting. Rage baiting? Like, what? Talking about rage baiting? Who the fuck what grown man says that? And how are these weirdos getting in here? How are these weirdos getting in here? And you got ninjas coming in here talking about some crime and all this stuff. Let me go ahead and get off here. Let me go ahead and get off here. Now we got the weirdos coming in here like, what? They subscribing just to say some weird-ish. Creed of the outlier. I walk alone because I was never meant to follow. I was born to build what others were too weak to imagine. They rejected me for my strength, envied me for my presence, and feared the truth in my voice. So they gossiped, mocked, tried to shrink me, but I didn't bend and I didn't fold and I won't start now. I do not chase the approval of the herd. I walk above it. I see through the mask and I speak with conviction forged in pain and clarity. Every betrayal card focused into my soul. Every lonely night built the calluses I now wear with pride. My mission is not optional. My legacy is non-negotiable. And my time is coming. I am built for this and I will win. Creator the outlier. Peace out and I'll see y'all in the next one.